Oh, Sensei Jane, thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Melissa. I am a brown belt first Q in karate. I practice martial arts in the Dojo Nintai in Colombia, in Cali, Colombia. We are members of Kyokushin Ryu organization. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's dig a little bit deeper into that stage in your life when you were starting. Can you share a defining moment from your early training that shaped your path?
Yes, I have a moment clear in my mind. I had a PE teacher in school who was very supportive. He pushed me into doing a talent show in school. So I did a talent show. I did a kata demonstration, and I did some basic self-defense techniques. I went with one of my peers from the dojo, and it was fun. And I believe that in that moment, I I was able to show people in around me what I did, and that it wasn't just kicks and punches and screams and roughness, but there was an art to it. Kata, it's very beautiful. And I was able to show the artistic part and also the applied part when it comes to the self-defense techniques. And I believe that opened me, into saying like, wow, people really don't know what this is about. And that made me want to delve more. And I started teaching in our dojo. My Sensei Eduardo Caicedo, he is very into when you teach, you learn double, that perspective. So us as students from the dojo, it was always expected of us to teach some of the classes, especially the children's classes. And I pretty much took off with the kids' classes, and I absolutely loved it, to teach the kids. So that for me was a defining moment of me to say, wow, this is special, and I want this in my life forever.
Nice. Were there any major obstacles you faced as a woman in karate, and how did you overcome them?
Well, when I was younger, there was a lot of social pressure. And growing up in a Latino country, where women have to fit a very strict, role, being feminine, having the long hair, dressing up nicely, being the woman of the house. It was, even between family members, it was judged a lot. There were comments, there were, like, oh, look at your hands, like go get a manicure, stuff like that. So it did cause a lot of low self-esteem for a long time, to the point where I did take a lot of pauses in my career. I did. I would stop 3 months here. I would stop a year, here. And that's what's taking me, the longest time, to reach Shodanho, which, by the way, I'm preparing for right now, to hopefully finally achieve that. That to me is a huge goal, because it just shows, that's like the minimum that you need to strive for as a martial artist in a martial art career. Get your Shodanho. That for me will be my beginning, if I'm being completely honest with you. Even though I've been training for so many years, for me, getting that Shodanho, that black belt and observation belt, for me, that is my first step. It sounds crazy, but what was it for then?
It's not crazy at all. It is not. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
And I know, I'm always a cheerleader for every woman that dive into that stage where there are challenges, still continue and show everyone the strength that we have. I respect you for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Sensei. I do. And I want to praise you as well for what you're doing, because you are trying to reach, I don't want to say minority, because there are quite a lot of us, but
Yes.
you are reaching, the little girls who need, someone to look up to, to see that. I mean, look at you. You're feminine. You are a beautiful woman, and you're a
Thank you.
strong woman. And both things can go together. You can be beautiful. You can be feminine, and you can be a martial artist. Absolutely, why not? You can be a mother. You can be a spouse, a wife, and you can also practice your martial arts with pride and with strength and with discipline. And you don't have to pick one thing or another. And you're giving that to the world. And that for me is beautiful. And that is one of the biggest, reasons why I was so excited, to meet you and to do this. I've never done something like this, to be honest with you. Quite honestly.
That makes the two of us, Senpai. Which
How I
I really
handle my
appreciate.
nerves.
It was really nice. Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Senpai, thank you so much. Yeah.
No, thank you so much. I believe that the martial arts world is like I was saying before, it joins people around the world. It truly does. Like right now, I know that my sensei is speaking with Chihan Benjamin
Yes.
Rodriguez, who got us in contact. And, I know that they have a lot of plans, to reach, other people around the world and do more projects and bring this beautiful art, to other members of our community who not many people know that karate has so many different styles and so many different aspects. There's the kata, there's kumite, there's the kihon. There is so much to it. So what you're doing, I am very appreciative for.
Oh, thank you so much. Let's talk about the training and discipline. How do you maintain your physical and mental focus over the years?
Whew. Well, as a child, it was easier because it was an extracurricular activity. So I would pretty much leave school, and my school bus would actually drop me off at the dojo. I would get lunch, and I would start, with giving. I was the monitor for the children's classes. Give the children's classes, then after that, I would do my homework in the dojo, and then I would continue, with the adult classes, and then just go home, exhausted but happy and fulfilled. Now as an adult, it is for me a little bit harder to juggle because of work responsibilities.
Yes.
So I feel like sometimes it is more of a push because I feel more tired as an adult than I was as a kid.
Yes.
But it's always, for me, I think about the ones that are underneath. I think about my kohai. And I think, about like there have been times where if I don't assist to class, I get the text message from a kohai, Senpai, are you okay? Why weren't you at class? And I'm like, no, I have to go because I have to be there. I have to train with them. We have to share that energy and that support with our kohais as well. So for me, that is the biggest motivation for me. I love to teach. And I feel like everybody has something to teach us, and we have something to teach, other people. And that to me is the meaning of life. That to me is to live, to serve others, to be here for the servitude of others. And that's one other thing, that I grew up thinking, that is the way of the samurai, to serve others in a way that it's very easy to give someone something physical, but to teach something that it's going to stay with that person, even if it's just on a moral standpoint, to me, that has no value, and that is the meaning to life. So that to me is my drive. That's what keeps me disciplined is to keep giving. And when I give, I'm receiving. So that to me is the biggest motivation. It's not always easy, but like I said, I always come back.
What core values or philosophies has karate instilled in you?
For me, to protect, to always protect. And it doesn't mean necessarily fighting for someone. It just means one thing that has been instilled to us is that sense of community, to protect our community. Let's say you're walking down the street and you see an older woman or an older gentleman or someone who has a baby in one hand, and a bag of groceries in the other. It takes 3 minutes for you to stop and help them put those groceries in the car. It takes 3 minutes for you to help someone who needs help cross the street, and for me, that has been instilled to me in my martial arts training, because to be aware of your surroundings, be aware of your community.
Hey guys, my apologies for interrupting the program. I'm sure, like me, you all can't get enough of Senpai Melissa's words of wisdom and amazing stories of hope, resilience, kindness, and service to community. But the good news is, next week, we have the part 2 of my interview with Senpai Melissa. So, watch out on Saturday for Martial Arts Journey with Jane. Have a great day.